Well, good morning, beginning farmer friends. It is a frosty, or it was a frosty morning. It is September 28th. We had our first frost of the season, which was a little rough on the garden, that's for sure. I've got the mower behind me. I'm going through a gate, so I'm trying to check it all out. Last night, I finished mowing our last hay of the year. Yeah, it seems a little late, but I wasn't going to mow this field, and then we got a few inches of rain, and it actually ended up looking pretty good. So I mowed it last night, which was also difficult because I don't have backlights on the tractor, and it got dark. But now I'm gonna go put the mower away for now. There's a lot of projects that need to be done on the mower, but right now I don't have time for those projects, so I'm just gonna put it away. How did the MoCo perform this year, you ask? Well, pretty good. There are a couple things. There's a gearbox underneath that runs the cutter bar. It needs to be replaced, or it doesn't need to be replaced. It needs to be resealed. I haven't done that yet. It looks really difficult to get off. Well, it doesn't look difficult to get off. It looks difficult to get the belts off to get the gearbox off. But I'm basically done with it for the year, so I wanted to park it back here. If I get other projects caught up, then this winter, I'd like to take that gearbox off, reseal it. I said earlier that I wanted to turn this area into our storage parking area. Well, that was my wife's idea. It was a good idea, so we want to do it. I've got a few things that I need to pick up still, and then I will kind of be able to just make it that storage area. It's a slow process, but for now, mower is done for the year, and it's out of the way for the year. Well, yesterday got away from me. I was out there, I parked the, what did I park back there? Oh, I parked the hay mower back there, and then I was headed up here to clean in the shed, and then I got sidetracked and I didn't get anything else done. So we're gonna move the grinder mixer out now, then I'll tell you what's gonna happen. If you've been watching this channel for any amount of time, you've seen me clean this shed out more than once, more than twice most likely. And in fact, if you've been following along for quite some time, you've seen me clean it out when it had a dirt floor, and then I put everything over there in the lean-to, and then I brought everything back in, and then I put those shelves up, and all of those things happened. And now here we are again, and what needs to happen today and over the next couple days is this shed needs to be cleaned again because we need to get going on our projects. There was going to be a freezer right here. It used to be right here. It is no longer here because I sold it. It's gone. We're going to do a room is probably the best thing to say that we're going to put here. But before we do the room, before we put the freezers in here, before we do any of that, we need to clean this up and we need to do some wiring. And that has to do with this box right here. Now, I am no electrician at all. What this is, if I can get it open, is a 100 amp service, I believe. Let's see, look at that. That says 100. I nailed it. This is a 100 amp service that comes over from the back of our house where the power comes from the transformer line, whatever. It is 100 amps, comes up through the ground right here and into this box. Right now, we just have two breakers on it, a 20 and a 30. I don't even know what they are for. I don't even know if one of them is hooked up. I have no idea what's going on right now. But what we need to do is we need to put this box to use. We've got this electricity in here, and right now we only have one outlet in this entire building, which is right here. And nobody, if you are an electrician or have ever been around electricity, close your eyes right now. But what we've got going on is from that one outlet right there, we've got an extension cord that goes up and over across the top and around and down into that corner over there. And from there, it does stuff that I'd rather not talk about. We've got to get this box ready. We're going to put lights in here. We're going to put electricity in where the freezer room is going to go right here. We need to get it ready because I'm going to have my uncle come and help me do the work in that box. And so I want to have things ship-shape for him. So we've got to clean. Since I have put you through this process way too many times, I'm just going to set a camera up high on the shelf up here. I'm going to get to work. We'll time lapse it. Then I'll get back to you eventually when I've made some progress, show you what's going on, where we're going to put electricity, and what the plan is. That's it. I am calling it. I have made zero progress on this. I've moved around and shuffled around for, I don't know, about 4 hours, and not much has happened. This is the decision that I've come to, because the problem is that there is all of this stuff, and the idea would be to put it away, but none of it has a home. That's the reason that it's on the floor right now, is because none of it has a place to live. So this is the solution that I've come up with. We're going to go 16 foot at a time, 16 foot by 24 feet. I think that's what this building is. Each one of these bays is 16 feet wide and 24 feet deep. We're going to go one bay at a time. And because this is the most important bay, as this is where we want to put the freezer room, we're going to start with this. So let me show you what we have to do in order to get this bay started. I'm not sure if you're able to tell from the video, but when we poured this section of the floor, we put insulation under it. We put 2 inches of pink foam insulation underneath it, and it was cold when we did that, and it is just absolutely full of ridges and waves because we put blankets, insulated blankets on top of this, and then it took a long time to cure and to set. And so the first thing that we need to do before we do any building of a building in this section is we need to come in here with a concrete sander. I don't know. Whatever it is, we need to smooth this out because this is going to be where a 16 foot wide by about 12 foot deep building is going to be. I think I'm going to make it about an 8 foot tall ceiling, and we're going to use 2x12s as stringers across the top. That way we can build a loft. Once that loft is built, then all of a sudden we have room for some of this stuff. Not so much the lawnmowers, obviously, and not so much the feed and things like that, but things like these gates that I built for lambing pens, and things like the bikes over there, and just variety of things, 4-H stuff that are on those shelves. They can come and live over on top of this. That would be a good thing. Now I realize it doesn't look like much progress was made because basically everything I did was just shift a bunch of stuff over to here. I did throw away some garbage that was just kind of roaming around on this side of the shed. But I think if I can get one bay done at a time, if we can move 16 foot across this building at a time, then I think we will be making some progress. Still a lot of work to do on this side. It is a bit overwhelming. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sorry I didn't really get anything done in this video. I'll try to make it as short as possible. If you watched the video, congratulations. You are amazing for putting up with this content. Have a great day wherever you are and whenever it is.